Have you ever seen the movie Best Friend's Wedding Bed?
No, I haven't.
So the premise is that her best friend is finally getting married, and she's secretly in love with her best friend this entire time. But even though she has to let him go, that's like you and Skeppy.
Look, if you truly love somebody, you're willing to let them go, to let them be happy. Okay, that's the reality of it.
What if it makes you really sad?
The point is, that's what caring about somebody is. It's putting their happiness, in front of your own. That's you're making a sacrifice. You feel me?
Yeah.
So you weren't like a little bit tense when Skeppy was on Lover Host?
Anyway, subject change. Wow. Oh my goodness. These bubbles in this whole
bubbles are good.
Man.
So I'm about to take my date for a bubble bath. Okay, what's the best bubbles?
Here, I'm ready to throw out more relationship advice. Go ahead.
Okay, I got something good.
Go ahead. I'm ready.
You know, I'm at a restaurant. Okay, first time out with a girl, and I get stood up. Like, what's the best way to react? Like they get away from the dinner. It's not going very well. She walks out, and I'm just there. I have to pay for the bill. Dessert's still coming, so I probably stay for that. Oh. What do I do though? Like, how do I cope?
Look, if someone doesn't stick around for the date, right, and they peace out, best thing you can do, right? Again, it depends on why they left, but I would say something like, "Hey, I'm sorry that you didn't enjoy the date." And then you don't need to ask him out for another one. Just apologize.
No, yeah, you definitely don't ask him for another one.
And then just go home. Make sure, obviously, that make sure they have a ride so that they can get home safely, right? Maybe.
At what point do I cry?
Oh no, you can cry when you get home.
Okay, that was just a given. Okay.
Maybe get the ice cream to go.
Oh, you're right.
Wouldn't ice cream to go just melt?
Well, no, you can eat it in the Uber, or if you drive, you can
Oh, so I'm just assuming I'm already wasted and I need to Uber home.
Whoa. Well, let's assume you Uber.
Your first thought was
no,
my first thought
was so drunk you can't drive.
No, my first
you forgot your date's name.
That's how bad dates usually go. He just starts with the Uber.
Look, anyone who's going to be like, "Oh, you're picking me up in an Uber," is someone who I don't want to date. So, if anything, that'd be a litmus test.
So now I have to do chemistry.
You gotta find that chemistry, if you know what I'm saying. Hey!
Yeah, smack that badonkadonk.
Listen. What I'm saying is, no one should be mad at you if you pick them up for the date in an Uber. Okay? That's all I'm saying.
Stress me out.
I would probably agree with that. Ubers are kind of stressful.
There's something about getting in a car with a complete stranger and you're like, I hope I make it to my destination. Then I'm just like,
oh my goodness.
No, Squid, not like
Foolish. I'm gonna give you
there.
I'm gonna give you a pro tip. Ready?
Okay, yeah.
Piece of life advice. Ready?
Oh yeah, please.
The source of all conflict, okay, between two parties, right, in a relationship, of any kind, friendship,
okay,
etc., assuming that it's like a consensual relationship and that you're not forced to be near that person.
Okay,
or with them, right?
Where's
the
this
source
going?
of all conflict
Where's
in
this
this
going?
situation is unmet expectations.
Unmet expectations is the core problem of all relationships.
Well, it's the source, not
source.
necessarily the core. Okay.
Oh, okay.
But the point is, that's why having proper communication in a relationship is actually one of the most important things about a relationship is communication. Because if you communicate your expectations with people, they can't be surprised when you feel a certain way because you've communicated it to them.
So let's say, the classic, do these pants make me look fat? Do I just be honest, or do I be like, you look great?
Well,
but
again, think about that, right?
Okay.
If somebody says in a relationship, "Hey, does this insert whatever article of clothing make me look insert whatever specificity?"
Yeah.
Right? then you can respond with what is that person expecting? Are they expecting an honest answer?
Well, what if I don't know?
Are they expecting just you to say something that makes them feel better? Because depending on what their expectations are, will depend on, like, if they're expecting an honest answer, right? And you know then be honest. If they're not expecting an honest answer and they're just expecting you to say something that makes them feel good, then hey, if you know that, then you can go, oh, I know they just want me to say something that makes them feel good, and then go ahead and compliment them. You feel me? The point is, if you know what their expectations are.
What if I don't know the expectations though? Like, it's like all of a sudden out of the blue.
Yeah, then there you go. Then you're not communicating enough. Communicate more,
okay, you don't have
foolish.
to punch me with steak.
Communicate.
So like
or
I should
die.
know. So I should know like every time. Like that seems really difficult. It seems unrealistic though to be able to
No,
communicate that
it's
well.
not.
To where every time they ask a question, I'm prepared to know the answer I should give.
Well, you're thinking. It's not that deep. Think about it like this. Here's an example, right? If you leave laundry on the floor and the person you're with gets mad at you for that, right? Okay. They should obviously communicate their expectations to you that they want to live in a house where people clean up after themselves, right?
Okay.
And the point is, communicating that allows you to know what their expectations are. That way, when you're not holding it up, you can't just be like, oh, well, I didn't know that you didn't want me to leave my clothes like laying right here, right? The point is,
wait, your clothes are off right now?
No, I'm saying that in this situation, you're aware of their expectations.
What's he talking about?
The point is,
Pat,
if
are
you're
you
aware,
naked or during this scenario?
I'm wearing clothes. What?
Well,
No,
you said
I'm
you
saying
dropped your clothes on the floor.
in the hypothetical situation.
So you're hypothetically
you're naked?
You know what? I'm going back into the water. Like, so for example, if you're like, hey, my expectation is I get to leave my laundry everywhere, right?
Oh.
Letting somebody know that up front is very important. Because if you're like, I don't want to have to clean up anything, and the person you're with is like, well, I want everything to be nice and tidy, then you have a conflict there. So by communicating that, you can figure out in advance how you're going to resolve that. Well, how about this? On the top floor or on this half of the house or whatever, I get to have it messy, you get to have it clean, or you know what, you're right, we'll keep a clean house.
That is a terrible idea.
No, I'm just saying that's an example.
Don't make the guests go to the top floor. Because that looks terrible up there.
Anyway, I'm just gonna communication. Communication is the most important. Is one of the most important.
How do you tell your significant other that they're terrible at cooking?
Just tell them straight up.
Again,
like,
what are their expectations?
Oh my goodness.
I would say that in a relationship, people should be honest with each other. So I think.
Yeah, but how would you deliver that message? Because you don't want to hurt the person's feelings.
I say that. Okay, then that's easy. Oh my goodness, honey, look! Oh my goodness, free cooking lessons? They just sent us vouchers for free cooking lessons in the mail. Let's go take these classes together. This sounds like a lot of fun. Come on, we can both learn how to cook. We can do a couples class together. Boom. Right there off the bat, they don't feel like you're singling them out. You get to spend time together doing something fun. It's a win-win.
I feel like
kind of was some, it's kind of big brain there. Telling people they're terrible at cooking by saying.
I feel like somebody would know. What if you think your partner's not as attractive anymore? Would you be like, oh my god, free Botox?
No.
For you?
Listen, like the first thing everybody who gets in a relationship needs to remember is this. No, remember this is that physical attractiveness. Everybody is guaranteed to be on the downward slope of that, okay? At some point, everybody's going to be really old, and no one's going to look great when they're super duper old. So the point is, get to know the person's personality. That way, when you both have gotten to the point where you're not physically as attractive to each other. The point is, if you get to know somebody's personality and you find someone's personality and the person that they are beautiful,
but
then
also
what is on the inside will overflow on the outside. Have you ever noticed this effect?
Wow.
You meet people, you get to know their personality, and they have a beautiful personality. And even if they're not, quote unquote, beautiful by societal standards, what'll happen is their personality will overflow, and you'll start to see their personality on the outside, and they'll look physically beautiful to you. You follow me?
That was beautiful, Bad.
That's the reality of it. Because remember, physical attractiveness and physical appearance fade. Okay, just keep that in mind. That's the road that every human is on.